Henry Ford is remembered as the guy who changed the world with the automobile, but that part comes later. Before that, Henry Ford was mostly known for failing. In the late 1890s, Ford was an engineer in Detroit who believed gasoline-powered cars were the future. Most people thought that was nonsense. In 1899, he launched his first company, the Detroit Automobile Company. It sounded impressive. Investors were excited. The problem was the cars. They were slow to build, expensive, and broke down constantly. Customers complained. Investors argued. The company shut down. A few years later, he tried again. This time it was called the Henry Ford Company. New investors, new confidence, same underlying tension. Ford wanted to keep improving the cars. The investors wanted something they could sell right now. Arguments turned ugly. Eventually, Ford was forced out of his own company. That company went on without him. It later became Cadillac. At this point, Henry Ford was nearly 40 years old. He'd failed twice. Detroit knew his name, and not in a good way. But Ford noticed something in those failures. The problem was not the car, it was how the car was built. Cars were being hand-assembled, one at a time. That made them slow and expensive. Ford believed cars should be built like machines themselves. Simple, repeatable, efficient. In 1908, he tried one last time. He formed the Ford Motor Company. This time, Ford obsessed over the process. He standardized parts, he simplified designs, he experimented relentlessly. Eventually, his team introduced something radical, the moving assembly line. The result was staggering. What once took more than 12 hours to build now took about 90 minutes. Costs collapsed. The Model T launched at about $850. Within a few years, the price dropped below $300. Ordinary people could afford a car. Farmers, factory workers, families. The automobile stopped being a luxury and became a way of life. Henry Ford did not invent the car. He did not invent the assembly line either. What he did was fail long enough and pay close enough attention to see what everyone else missed. And the man who was once known in Detroit as a failed entrepreneur ended up reshaping the entire modern world.